my name is Amber Myers, and I did my research study on the effects of competitive and interactive study methods for vocabulary acquisition. I chose this research topic because I taught remedial reading in the junior high, and a part of this class was vocabulary study. And it was the part of the class that I found students often unengaged in and not really learning what I wanted them to learn and not taking things as serious as I wanted them to, knowing that building their vocabularies was a really important part of their comprehension skills. So it was something that I was looking to tweak and better in my classroom. So I decided to do some research on that and see what I could come up with. And in the initial stages, I found that competitive and interactive study and instruction was something that would be really engaging to students, so I just went with it from there. And what I found to utilize in this study were 3 different methods that included competitive features or interactive features. And so they were Kahoot, Socrative, and then Quizlet. So I had 3 groups that used those, and then I had a 4th group that was just the control group. For this study, I hypothesized that the groups that had treatment using Kahoot, Socrative, or Quizlet would increase their scores more from the pretest to the post-test. I hypothesized these kids would be more engaged and that they would feel more prepared for the post-assessment. The data shows that the hypotheses were correct, and I'll read some of that real quick. The Quizlet group increased their scores by 22%. The Kahoot group increased their scores by 14%. The control group by 15%, and the Socrative group by 26%. So you can really see that the Quizlet and the Socrative groups increased their percentages by quite a bit more than the control group did. I was also measuring engagement, so I asked students to rate themselves through a self-reflection about how they felt their own engagement was, and it was on a 5-point scale. So the averages for that were the Quizlet group rated themselves 4.5 out of 5, the Kahoot group rated themselves 4.8 out of 5, the control group 4.1 out of 5, and the Socrative group 4.5 out of 5. So the students that did have the treatment groups rated themselves as being more engaged than just the control group. I also took notes and watched as they used these new methods, and I sort of translated those into a score based on that same 5-point scale. And according to that, I rated the Quizlet group at a 4.4, the Kahoot group at a 4.6, the control group at a 4.3, and the Socrative group at a 4.5. So again, the engagement scores were higher for the treatment groups. I seen kids having fun learning, putting in better effort. The kids that typically didn't take it very serious, they were looking at the new features and they were really enjoying them, and I could tell that they were actually getting something out of it. So that was pretty exciting to me. And I think this study really applies to all classrooms and classes and subject areas, because these things that I utilize can be used across the board. It wouldn't just be for vocabulary. You could plug in your own questions and do your own thing with them. So I think that's really exciting for further studies or for other people to try out these things. I think the students need technology, they need engagement and interaction with their learning to learn their best. And so finding these things successful was really exciting for me, and I hope that by doing this, other people can see the numbers and the data and see what happened, and they can utilize these things in their classroom as well.